Okay, Andy. So good afternoon, everyone. Online students, can you hear my voice? Say so no to me. Yesterday, I given small clarity about cookie session track. Actually, yesterday you observed that when the login process is successful in cookie, I'm speaking about cookie. In the login process is successful, we are creating one cookie with small information, maybe username or any first name or last name like this, based on the project specification. That also we keep one small information in the cookie object and we add that cookie to the response. I made one statement yesterday: add cookies, add cookie, not cookies, add cookie method internally perform serialization process. Means convert that cookie object into binary string and add to the response. The cookie travels to the web browser and stores in the web browser. From second request onwards, the cookie is added to the request and sent to the server. Whenever it reached the server, the cookie is available in the request object. The cookie is available in the request object. Like this, you can have multiple cookies also. Whenever you want to get the cookies back, we are having a method known as get cookies. Get cookies return type is array, means array holding cookie objects. According to our application, only one cookie we have been used. So because of this reason, always we are using in your code C of 0, means cookie at 0th index. You can find that. After getting the cookie, we check that cookie is available or not. If it is available, we permit the request and give the response. This process is repeated until the user logs out. Whenever he perform a logout process, automatically cookie will become invalidated. That's the information yesterday. That get cookies method will perform deserialization process. If anybody asked for interview, you must speak it. Is there any serialization? Deserialization means yes. Add cookie method internally have serialization. Get cookies method internally has deserialization. Serialization means object converting into stream. Deserialization means again you are getting the object from the stream. So there one object is created without new operator. That point you have to grasp it. That is technique number 1. There are some disadvantages in cookie session track. The major disadvantage is client dependent or web browser dependent, because cookies are stored in web browsers. If any settings has been changed regarding or related to cookie part of your web browser, cookie related applications will not work. There's a drawback. To overcome that, we had a second process known as HTTP session in session tracking process. So almost 90% of Java projects will be running on HTTP session. You also by default, if you joined any company, if they ask to do session tracking, you must take HTTP session by default. If they want to do cookie, they'll give a specification to you. You must write cookie session track. If there is no specification from your company, you must write HTTP session by default. This is server dependent. So today we are concentrating on program related to HTTP session. Yesterday theoretical information is HTTP session is one interface from Java x.servlet.http package. That is one interface. The interface is participated in your tracking process. Whenever we want to create object for HTTP session interface, we take the support of two methods, get session of Boolean or get session. We take the support of any one method to create implementation of HTTP session interface. After object has been created, we are going to add the information to HTTP session object in the form of attribute. So we add the attribute. Whenever we want, we get the attribute. There is a tracking process we are going to do. Part of your web services, they are going to use put value, get value. If it is a JSP MVC, we are going to do add attribute, get attribute, and so on. So now I am writing one application based on this set attribute, get attribute, and I am creating object for session. Similar process. We perform one login process. When the login process is successful, we are creating one HTTP session object. So first we are planning one layout and what we are going to do. So how many of you typed the program and cookie session track? Raise your hands. This, how many of you typed? Raise your hands. Right. This one, my program. How many of you typed my program? 4 or 5 students. Raise your hands. Right. Now, how many of you done this assignment? Raise your hands. Anybody? Okay. I must give a feedback at it. Right, look here. I want you to complete this and I'll take the feedback from you in the cookie project. Layout. So what I'm going to do. So we are planning what we are going to do. So here also we are taking one login. Login.html. Login.html. Where I am collecting username and password. I am having a submit button, that is login. Login. Here new user. So already new user logic is available with you. Yes or no? Same process you have to practice it. Today I'll give the code to you. Tomorrow, by tomorrow, update this program with the new user. Okay, right. So here action is equal to, always we take log. Then the control will go to login servlet. The control will go to login servlet. Log. It is running on URL pattern log. Already you had information in this request object. In this request object, uname and whatever I entered, our username password is available here, mjdu672. Now this login servlet will take the support of login DAO. Will take the support of login DAO. So here only the clarity should come. Actually, the layout meaning is concept. What we are going to do, the concept you have to get it. That's called POC, point of concept. Before typing the program only, conceptually we must ready. Then only you can type it. In real time also that only. They conduct one review meeting and say to you what you are going to do. If you cannot understand, they'll give one diagram to you. That is called UML, Unified Modeling Language. By research, they filtered and given 9 diagrams. That is one subject for CSE student, UML, Unified Modeling Language. Their 9 diagrams are available. That 9 diagrams will reflect the design part in real time SDLC. So because of this reason, they kept in your BTech CSE that paper UML. They trained 2 projects. One is mini project and main project to explain the SDLC for a student. So the design phase will give the diagrammatical form. That analysis and diagram, the developer should have a concept. Then only the development will come. If zero concept is there, development will not come. So I'm trying with the layout what we are going to do. Here we are taking the support of login DAO. We are taking user bean as a return type. Login, taking the request as a parameter. The meaning, the login DAO will perform login process and it constructs one bean object, user bean object. The user bean object will get the complete details, username, password, first name, dot. So when the login process is successful, based on the username and password, what are the details retrieved, they are loaded onto bean and we are returning that bean to here. So the user bean will be given to login servlet, user bean. Now this user bean is null, means login failed. If that user bean is null, null means your username password is incorrect. So whenever UB is null, then invalid login process. The message is invalid login process. We have to repeat with the login.html should be added. Here login.html will be included. Here. Suppose UB is not null. So if it is not null means the login is successful. This is not null. Then the login is successful. When the login is successful, HTTP session object is created. When the login is successful, session object is created. So when the login successful, not null means one session object created. The session object I am loading with the F name. I am keeping the same information here. I am loading with the first name here. Right. If not, I'll add the user bean directly. User bean address I will add it. Suppose user bean address I will add it. Address of this object is 0x222. Imagine it. The same address will come here. 0x222. Whenever I started my advanced Java, I made one statement to you. Object different, reference different, variable different. One object oriented should know minimum knowledge. This is object. This is reference. This is variable. Understood, right? Okay. Now the reference can be moved to any number of locations. That's all I drawn there. I drawn one box. I'm saying user bean. That box will not be moved. That is memory. This 0x222 will come to your servlet. Will come to servlet and load on to one variable. That's the meaning actually. Now here we are going to check it. whether it is null or some value. Null means address not there, this one not there. That's called object not created. When the object not created, login fail. That's the meaning. If any address is there here, login successful. Now, when the login successful, I am creating one session object. Some address, session object, HTTP session, HS is equal to REQ dot get session. We create object. After creating object, I'll add some information here. What information now? I will add some variable ubean is equal to address location. I'll add it. So this is the information I added here. If I add this address location here, one object holding reference of another object. That's a no now. In object oriented programming, one object can hold the reference of another object. What is the advantage now? Sir, if this object is holding the reference of this object members can use the members of this object. That is advantage. Now these methods can use the members of this object. So I'm going to load this reference into here. Means total object reference I'll bind here. So session is going to hold it. Nothing but session is holding the complete user information. The session is going to hold complete user information, username, password, first name, last name, total details available in one object, and object address is with me that I'm going to do. So after that session object created here, imagine it, the session object created here. We are not going to send the session object anywhere like your cookie. Cookie means we have to send to the web browser. Here now we are not sending anywhere. After session object creation has been completed, then we'll give the response. We will send one response outside. We will send one response outside. The response is nothing but login successful. No, you can say welcome user. Welcome user. Some username we can display. User welcome. So after this welcome user message came now, below that we are going to use link.html. I'm going to construct one link.html. I'm going to construct it. In this link.html, I'll give the options. View profile. You want to see your profile, or edit profile, or you want to log out. I'll give the three options to the user. So view profile, edit profile, and log out. Now imagine it. Now our user clicks on view profile. Whenever he clicks on view profile, control will go to view profile. I'll continue the diagram. I will type up to here. Can I construct up to here? Right. We are expecting the output as welcome user Venkat and link.html. If not, when the login fails, invalid login process and login.html. Okay, right. I'm typing up to there. First, I must construct two HTML files. One is login.html, one is link.html, and DB connection is common. DB connection dot Java is common. Login DAO dot Java and user bean. To hold your details, we had user bean. So these are the components, and one servlet program, that is login servlet dot Java, and here web dot XML. These are the components. So if I construct that components, then the program will run up to there. Okay, right. So let me finish off that. So stop the Tomcat server always. So you have to cross check the Tomcat server is stopped or not. And start the Eclipse. Right. Look here, the environment is ready. So almost the files are available in the cookie session track. We can copy down. See that to save the time. New. I'm taking one project, dynamic web project. Servlet application 7, that is HTTP session. So I typed almost 17 programs in your JDBC. You completed all? Raise your hands. How many of you completed 17 programs in JDBC? Right. So I typed 6 applications in Servlet actually. Okay. All are entering into the lab and raise your hands. How many of you go to the lab? Raise your hands. Right. I'll ask them to take the feedback. How many of you completed 17 and 6? I want the report. Today I'll give pass the specifications. Right. So see here, always we are going to add it now. Right click on the application, build path, configure build path, add external jar, Servlet API, open, apply and close. So login.html also available actually. Sorry, before that, I am adding OJDBC6 here. I'm adding OJDBC6. Right click and paste. It is under library. Now here login.html is available. Copy and paste. This is same concept, no? See there, same file, no? Login.html. Of course, we can type link.html. It is easy only. Anyway, I am typing link.html. HTML link.html. So 3 anchor tags I am keeping. There you are. Here view profile. Here view profile href is equal to view. Here one anchor tag. Here we had edit profile. Edit profile is assignment for tomorrow for you. Edit profile is assignment. So href I'm keeping empty. You decide it what you want to take there. So view profile I will do and logout I will do. So logout. href is equal to logout. So 3 anchor tags I taken. One is view profile, edit profile, logout. Edit profile is your assignment. Remaining I'll construct it. So link.html is ready. So copy the db connection, login DAO, user bean, you copy them. From the cookie, we had db connection. login DAO, and user bean. These three are available because they'll be common generally. Copy, you come here, src, right click, new, package, always test. So right click and paste. This is DB connection. This code we are not changing anyway. Login DAO, return type, because some logics will be common. So user bean, it is collecting the user data and returning user bean. User repeat it anyway. In the cookie session track, we had login servlet. Copy, come to here, right click on test and paste. This is login servlet. Here cookie is there. Now you have to convert into session. Note the difference. Okay, right. See there. This three I copied from cookie. This is login servlet. I am changing the login servlet. Observe it. This line will be common anyway. Print writer and so on. This is common. Here UB is equal to null means invalid login process. Control will take means the message included with login.html. Here it is not a cookie. So remove this. It is not a cookie. It is HTTP session. HS is equal to REQ dot get session. I am using without parameter. I'll give the reasons behind it. So here session created. Session created. Session created. Now once that session object is created, empty object is created, actually we have to add it. You have to add it. Session object created, you have to add it. Whenever you want to add it, we are adding the attribute actually. So HS dot set attribute. Set attribute. Attribute name I'm taking UBean. I'm taking and I'm passing UB. This is set attribute. Here adding attribute to session. Adding attribute to session. Once we added the attribute here, the session will not be destroyed. It will be permanently available until we log out. Here also same file I use no link.html. So the program is ready. See there, small modification I done. Here user bean new login DAO.login. When the login is successful, UB will get some address location. If UB is not equal to null, control will come to else. Control came to else means login successful. Anyway, create one session object and add the attribute, means add that bean to that session and say some welcome to the user here. Already user bean is holding the complete details, no, get first name and again add with include with link.html. So the program is ready. Now under webinf new, go with HTML. Don't copy web.html, it will not work. HTML also sometimes it will not work, but you try it. here web.xml. Click on finish. One minute. Web app. So welcome file list. Welcome file input.html. Input.html. Right. So let me run the program. Right click on session, run as, run on server, click on finish. See there? Login.html. Actually, that web.xml reflection not taken. Let me try this. nit.v mjdu672 login. View profile, edit profile, and logout. Okay, right. You came the output up to there or not now, right? Okay. I'll write the program for view profile. If I entered wrongly here, login invalid. It's working anyway. So let me construct that view profile. Sir, why reflection not taken means I copied input.html, no, that is not reflected to web.xml. Then how, sir, means restart the Eclipse will work. Eclipse will not take the reflection, you have to restart it. Anyway, at the ending, Eclipse will not be there. Original Tomcat will be there. Last var file will come. Until then, Eclipse is there. At last, I'll generate one var file and deploy it into Tomcat. That is original actually. Until then, we are practicing. If I restart, it will work it. Okay, right. Meanwhile, you cross check in the web.xml because reflection did not keep. So input dot, it is not input at login. Yes or no? Login.html. Right. Okay. Now, so the output came up to here. The output came up to here or not now? Now select view profile. Using this view profile, control will go to view profile Servlet. Control will go to view profile Servlet. So patience must be very high. I'm repeatedly saying don't get bored because I said no one statement. Cracking a job is not important. Surviving for the remaining life is important. Cracking a job, if you read for 10, 20 question papers, will crack it. So getting a job is not important. Surviving is important. So many people will be looking for supporters. Supporters means where background, I need a support. Many people are wandering on the road. Supporters, they look for supporters. They'll run to Amirpet and they'll come to us generally for support. Support means what? Subject not there means daily tension only. So gaining subject, I'm repeatedly saying, and because if you miss a time, it will not come. So job will come, nothing happens. You had a good degrees and percentages. You have having capability also there. If you sit for 3-4 days, job will come. Right. Now the control came to view profile. This you have to observe carefully. Okay, right. Now I'm generating the request from the href. Whenever I'm generating the request from anchor tag href, the request is get request. Yes or no? This is get request. Here, not a cookie note to travel here and there. So session is available there only. Session object is not destroyed until we log out. It is available there. Now this view profile servlet must access that session. This view profile servlet, before that, sorry, here request object is there. This request object is empty because no data submitted from link.html. So request object is empty. Now this view profile servlet must access this session object here. It has to access the session object here. HS it has to access. To access that session object, it is going to use get session of boolean. It's going to use which method now? Get session of boolean. The meaning, access the existing session object. Don't create new object. That's the meaning of false. We write get session of boolean means we write false. See there, observe it. I am typing view profile servlet. I'm continuing view profile servlet. View profile servlet dot java. Now I am taking right click on test, new and class view profile servlet, view profile servlet. Import java.io, import javax.servlet, import javax.servlet.http, import javax.servlet.annotation @ web servlet of /view. Here extends from http servlet. Here protected void do get because request is get. So http servlet request req, http servlet response res throws servlet servlet exception IO exception is a method. Now inside this we have to write print writer anyway. The message is coming now. Print writer PW is equal to res dot get writer, res dot set content type text or HTML. Here HTTP session HS is equal to req dot get session of false, means accessing existing session. Whatever the session object available, it is accessing. Now if session object is not there, null will come. So HS equal to null means the session not available. Session not available means PW dot println, you can say session expired. The session has been expired. When the session is expired, send the control to login. Request dispatcher RD is equal to req dot get request dispatcher. Send the control to login.html and this communication is include rd dot include. Now the control will go to login. Suppose hs is available means get this attribute outside. You have to bring this attribute outside. So attribute is user bean object. Yes or no? Now I added user bean here. No, right? Get that user bean. UB is equal to user bean. User bean here. HS dot get attribute. Attribute name is UB. So we are getting that object inside. Here one user bean object reference is there. We are bringing outside. Once the user bean came here, put a message. pw dot println. Println. The page belongs to the page of ub dot get first name because the information is available in the bean. So here first name means Venkat will be there displayed. Now remaining details you display it. So before displaying the remaining details, add that link.html once again because you have to perform a logout process now. Add it. So here the session key. The session is null. The session is null. The session is null. Here session expired. Session expired. Here again login.html will come. Again login.html. When the session is not null. If it is not null. So access the bean and display the details. Access the bean means get that bean outside and display it. Then here the output is page of Venkat. Below that link.html. We are putting one link.html. Below that details. User details are displayed. Because view profile no, that user details will be displayed. So this I am continuing now. Here link.html. Request dispatcher rd is equal to req dot get request dispatcher. Here the communication is link dot html. So rd dot include communication. Then display the data. Below that user details are displayed. pw dot println displayed. So ub dot get first name. Display the first name. NBSP. What is NBSP? NBSP. ub dot get last name. ub dot get address. Get address. ub dot get mail ID. ub dot get phone number. Whatever the data available in the user bean, we are displaying. All of you observe this now, right? All of you understood this logic? Says or not to me, right? So we are getting, see, somebody asked one question to me from your batch only. Sir, why you are converting this? Somewhere I used attribute also somewhere. Why I am converting means return type of get attribute method is object. Java.lang.object. So we have to convert into our user defined type. So we are converting object type to user defined type. I am converting. That's main action. So the program is ready. Now see there. Whenever the output came here now, in the link.html we had view profile. Already you are seeing the profile. Edit profile. One is logout. One is logout. So the user clicks on logout now. Imagine it. The user clicks on logout. When the user clicks on logout now, control will go to logout. Control will go to logout Servlet. Logout Servlet. Running on URL pattern logout. Again, the control is coming from href. So request is empty. Now again, it has to access the session object. It has to access the session object. Now, like cookie, separate objects are not created. Single object only shared. Single object only shared. So it is HS. So remaining process same now. HS not available. Null means session expired. If it is available, we make invalidate. See, I'm writing the code directly. Log out to Servlet. I am writing log out to Servlet. Log out Servlet.java. Right click on test, new and class, logout servlet, logout Servlet. Import java.io, import java x.servlet, import java x.servlet.http, import java x.servlet.annotation at the rate of web servlet of /logout. So it is extends from HTTP servlet. Again, get request only. So protected void to get HTTP servlet request REQ, HTTP servlet response RES, throws servlet exception and IO exception. Now again, print writer PW is equal to RES dot get writer, RES dot set content type text or HTML, same. HTTP session HS is equal to REQ dot get session of false, same accessing. If that HS equal to null, session expired. Here PW dot print ln session expired. Session expired. Session expired. Right. Now pw.println here. Suppose control should go to login.html, and if session is available, we must write invalidate hs.invalidate hs.invalidate. So session destroyed. Session is destroyed. When the session is destroyed, here this reference is destroyed. When the reference is destroyed, the object becomes anonymous. Do you know anonymous object? The object without name. The meaning is variable not there. Object will be there, address will be there, name will not be there. So it becomes anonymous. Anonymous will be destroyed by garbage collection. Correct. Very good. Session invalidated, session destroyed. So pw dot println dot println. So user logged out. User logged out successfully. So whether user logged out or session expired, the control should go to login.html. So request dispatcher rd, not correct only, rd is equal to req dot get request dispatcher. This is login.html. The communication is rd dot include. This is the program. All of you understood login servlet? Sorry, logout servlet. The logic is common like your cookie only, right? Now let me run totally once. So the program is ready. I am running it out. Right click on this application, run as, run on server, click on finish. See there, nit.v, always I'll take it. mjdu672, click on login. View profile, see there, I'm clicking on view profile. You can see that the view profile, right? So log out. The program is working or not now, right? So the session is destroyed. What is pending in that program now? Edit profile. You're going to do edit profile now. Yes or no? Nah. Right. Anyway, I'll stop the class and somebody is waiting to me. Okay, right. So I'll add this there. I'll add it. Right. I'll add that diagram. I'll add that program. Notes today only I'll add it. Anyway, if the meeting ends within 20 minutes, I'll add it. Now assignment, you take it. Assignment, update above application, update above application with edit profile. Update above application with edit profile. Right. Can I take a break for today? Right. So your Murthy sir is waiting. So look here, complete that all and 17 from JDBC and 7 from Servlet. So total, how many? 24 applications totally, and with the 2 assignments available in your hand, right? So 24 plus 2, 26 applications totally lab work. So you record it and keep it once. And tomorrow's class is URL relate hidden form field. 15 minutes discussed on HTTP session. Whatever the assignment I'm giving to you, I'll give the solution with JSP. That's a plan. Meanwhile, you try it. Wrong or right, you have to try it. Without trying, the idea will not come. Okay, right. So total solution, I'll give it. Live code, I'll write in the class. With MVC project, I will write it. That's a plan. So meanwhile, you keep on typing whatever the idea you get it, you discuss among your friends and do something. It should be moved. That you try it. Cookie and HTTP session, you have to practice more because the two are available in the market. Got it right. Tomorrow's class is URL rewrite, hidden form fields. Right. Thank you for today.